There are 3 things that happened between September 2022 and today, each more important than the last, that made it all but impossible for Queso to not seize stardom. Queso went from creating a fresh Twitch account with 0 followers to streaming to 65,000 live viewers with the most wholesome, creative, and supportive community Twitch has ever seen in just 2 years. How can a nobody become a somebody?
That's
so
phenomenal.
fast?
Honestly, that's so good. 2 years is not long at all. Most years, people genuinely spend years uploading. I mean, this channel's been alive for 3 years, coming up on 3 years. I know Jinxie was streaming to 1 person for an entire year before he got anyone else on his stream. There are people who go 3 years without doing anything, 4 years without any kind of traction at all. So 2 years to build up to 60,000 viewers is phenomenal from Case.
The reason I even tried it again was because that weekend she said, why don't you give streaming another try? Just upload some clips, you're funny, see what happens.
Mount Everest is underwater. Buddy, what?
Queso is commonly the butt of the joke. He's very rarely seen putting others down, and his most viewed clips are at his own expense.
What'd you just say to me, buddy?
I said, I just hope the beam doesn't break.
Why would it break?
No? Jump, come on.
No. Why would the beam break? Explain. Chat. Dude, am I that large? Oh my goodness, there's no way I'm this large.
So why is this important? Well, let's think about a late night conversation. When one person begins to open up, it's met with the same. There's a huge difference between answering these comments with legitimate hatred and being a good sport and even playing into the joke. One side says, this is no place for imperfections or insecurities, not yours, not mine, no one's. And then walls go up between the streamer and the chat and more division is created. The other says, my walls are down, poke some fun, I don't mind being vulnerable. And after a little time, chatter's walls come down as well, and then a connection is made. This is how the scenarios are created, where I call Queso dumb in chat, everyone laughs, but then one of my friends calls Queso dumb in real life, and I beat him to a pulp. Because no one talks about Queso like that.
Bro, that's actually how so many communities work. Like, it's actually insane. You get people who, like, genuinely hate on the streamer. Like, Jinxie gets so much hate. A lot of the FaZe boys get so much hate. Like, when they're streaming, or Ludwig, for example, they will just hate on the fact that he can't beat, like, some League of Legends thing. I don't know. I've never played the game. But as soon as everyone else is hating, they're like on side, beating someone up. It's like a brotherly connection. It's like, you know, I can make fun of my brother can make fun of me, but then if there's some guy outside the family making fun of either one of us, then it's on. Then it's a 2v1 instantly. You can't come between us. So I get that. You build that connection. Kai Cenat talks about that. He spoke about that in his subathon. He was talking about how after time you get to know each other, you know, because most people stream every day. So after some time, the viewers and the creator, they kind of get to know each other in this informal way, even though they're never face to face. So I'll never see your face and you see my face, but it's like that very one-sided. And yet we still make a connection. You know, I read every comment. I know everyone who kind of, if you interact, then I get to know you over time. And that's the same for everyone else in the streaming world as well. So you get to know people, and then you get to know the kind of fun, the kind of jokes that are allowed, the kind of jokes that work, and you just build a community from there. So it does take a long time, a lot of trust, but it's not unique to Case. Case just did it really well, I think.
If you want to ride a wave, you need to be in a place where waves form. Queso's first live stream was to almost 80 people. How is this even possible? People stream every day for years to 1 viewer and don't see any growth. When Queso finally decided to begin streaming, he did not open Twitch. He opened TikTok. 2K was just coming out and he knew no one would ever be able to find him at the bottom of the queue on Twitch. He knew his time would be better spent on getting discovered. He jumped right on the wave of 2K, uploaded 3 videos which were funny moments of Case pretending to be streaming 2K. TikTok's algorithm
almost 10 million views on every single one of those. It's phenomenal. Just even the pretending to stream is so good, because when people see that you're like, you seem to be interacting with people, you seem to have some popularity, they'll jump on it. Like, when you're scrolling through TikTok or scrolling through Instagram or something, and you like something, right? You like a video, you like a reel, you like a short, whatever, and then you think, okay, maybe I'll drop a like or I'll drop a follow, and then you look at the tiny little like button and it says 10. All of a sudden, people are like, actually, hold on, I don't really want to drop my like now. I don't really want to, and they kind of scroll past like, this guy's not kind of worth it. He's too small. They just move on. But when you have like, 400,000 likes or whatever number it is, then all of a sudden on TikTok you're like, oh yeah, cool, that makes sense. Like it's socially acceptable to drop a like on this guy. So they're making it seem like there's a chat, making it seem like he's in demand. There's popularity already there. Is pretty smart, actually. That's really cool.
Desperate to serve the hungry 2K audience with content, scooped Case up right away, and the next morning he woke up to 10,000 followers. Queso seized the opportunity and went live to catch the wave he had formed from not only 2K, but the huge wave that had formed from TikTok. Over time, he saw his streams start to decline, going from 900 all the way down to 150 viewers. Case knew he had to switch up his stream. But how do you switch up a stream successfully in a place where there are no waves? Case decided to follow the exact same formula that gave him success the first time around. Hogwarts Legacy had just come out, and a viral Hogwarts Legacy TikTok sent Case a viewer bump of 450.
Whoa.
Eventually, he was able to start stream up, leading with Hogwarts Legacy, which no longer branded Case as a 2K streamer. His narrow lane was now an open field.
That's sick, man. He really opened himself up there. Like, that's a big challenge for people as well. Like, they try. The YouTube advice generally for small YouTubers or small streamers is find a niche and build out that niche. Like, pump content out for that niche, make it your own, build a community around that. Now then the problem becomes, like, for example, 2K, eventually the hype goes away, people don't really want to watch it. So then if you've built your entire niche in one thing and it like the popularity fades, then you're kind of back to square zero where no one's watching you anymore, right? But everyone wants to be a variety streamer. Everyone wants to be a variety channel. Everyone wants to have that freedom of knowing that, like, oh, you know what, I can play any game and my audience is going to watch, not even for the game, but just more so for me because they like me. And that is honestly like the best point a YouTube channel can get to, because then the creator feels so secure making content that they're a lot more themselves. So I don't know, you can't really get to the variety YouTube channel straight away. You need to go through a niche. Like, that's why a lot of people were Minecraft YouTubers first or something like that, or NBA 2K in this case, or whatever. So you need to build like that following from somewhere and then grow it into a less niche format. But it's difficult to do. Like, people get lost along that road for sure.
The idea of streaming had been in Case's head for 7 years. He had seen Nadeshot play video games for a living and knew he wanted to do the same. He had actually bought equipment in 2015, made a few YouTube videos, but then stopped. Why? Queso had the worst internet. He also worked 2 jobs and lived dreading the next day that he had to go to work. And the culture behind wanting to make a living as a content creator was nowhere near as solidified as it is today. This dream was nothing but looked down on. Not a single thing was going right for Case. For 7 years, the equipment sat. Case continued to deal with life, family obligations, financial burdens, and bad internet. Even one day at the dollar store, his card declined. He ran out of the store shamed. His mom had heard him complain about work repeatedly, day after day, week after week, and taking a car ride with him, September of 2022, told him to give streaming another try. He had the equipment, he just had to start stream.
Well, the reason that I gave it another shot again in general was because of my mom.
It only takes one person to see you, know you, and push you to take that extra step. If that day Queso had ignored his mom, shrugged it off, rejected her idea, he would still be a nobody. Except the mere success of Queso proves this isn't true. His explosive growth, his humbleness and kindness remaining consistent despite of his success, and the pain points he endured for years, similar to our own, proves. Whether you have 2 fans or 6.3 million, every so-called nobody has always been a somebody.
I love that message. Honestly, I love that message to all the mums who believed in their kids. Thank you. That's very true. But that's true on a lot more of a broad scale as well. So, for example, my last video when I'm talking about Dave Blunt, and like his whole situation, I left a comment at the bottom saying, okay, please let me know, comment below how you think I can improve my videos. Like what would you as the audience like to see in my videos? And then I got some people who were like, yeah, you need to do this, and this, and they've given their opinions. But then there was one comment and it was just like, do what you love and be yourself. And that was just really encouraging. That was lovely. Like that, I remember that kind of stuff. I read every comment and I remember them. I remember there's some good and there's some bad, and that's how it is. And it, I won't let it affect me too much, but I genuinely take all of the advice on board. And just like a mum is so encouraging to their child, that doesn't have to always come from a mum. That can come from a viewer. That can come from a subscriber. That can come from, someone in the community that you see often just being supportive. And, those comments, those likes, those interactions, they mean a lot. They really do. And as you can see, that's all it takes. It takes one comment to make someone great, to give them the encouragement they need to become great. And Case is a phenomenal guy. I really want to meet him one day. I think that'd be so cool. He lives in Arkansas in the middle of nowhere and doesn't like to fly. So I'd have to go over there and meet him. So maybe one day when I've done this for a few more years, or, that kind of stuff, then I'll be able to go and meet him one day. But that would honestly be really cool. I'd love to talk to him. But yeah, thank you for watching. This was more of a short one today. And if you like this kind of stuff, then go watch my last video. It's on the rapper Dave Blunt's and his problems and the things he does well, and his come up and all that kind of stuff. So it's really interesting analysis of him so far. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I hopefully see you in the next one. Thank you.